What's up, nature freaks?
What's going on?
Dave and Jeremy here. We are in our eco lair, and as this quarantine continues to drag on, we continue to pump out our episodes. Today, we're going to be talking all about the gigantic, enormous, huge African bullfrog.
That's right. Not only is the frog themselves gigantic, their appetite is huge. So these guys are voracious eaters, which is why today is a feeding episode. We're going to be feeding the frogs, and they're not shy about eating. I think you guys are going to dig this.
Yeah, so hopefully you brought your appetite, because we're about to hop into another episode of Nature in Your Face.
Nature in your face! All right, here we are, the giant African bullfrog, aka the giant Pyxie frog. Now they're called the Pyxie frog sometimes because their genus is Pyxicephalus. It just means round head, describes the head there. So number 2 on the giant frog list. So the second biggest, what gets bigger than that? The Goliath frog. It's the biggest frog in the world.
Yeah, now both of these species are from Africa. These guys are native to the lower half of Africa, and they're unusual in that in most amphibian species, the females are much larger than the males, not in the African bullfrog. These males get huge, much larger than the females. They can get 10 inches in length and weigh over 3 pounds.
That's a lot of frog.
That is a lot of frog.
So we have 2 males here. This is the younger male, and this is the older male. Obviously, that's why it's bigger. Now this is Chompers. Chompers, he is named that because they have not teeth necessarily, but they have tooth-like projections called odontoids, bony projections that come from the lower jaw. Now these are pretty big. If you got bit by one of these frogs, it's going to be extremely painful. They use those teeth to grab onto prey items and hold them, slam them down.
Now I call this one sumo because the males are very aggressive during the breeding season. They'll wrestle, they'll even fight to the death. They'll kind of raise themselves, slam into each other. And obviously the larger the male, the better chance it has of breeding with the female, continuing the species. As you know, the strong survive.
That's right. Not only that, if you see the orange under the armpits, that attracts females as well. Apparently, dirty
cool,
pit stains is the rage in African bullfrogs. Now, speaking of fighting, after they have got their breeding pools and the females have come down, these guys actually take care of the babies. They're stay-at-home dads. So when the mommy pumps out 3,000 to 4,000 eggs, she leaves, gets her hair and nails done, and daddy, he stays behind. He is committed.
All right, but back up. That doesn't make them the best fathers in the world. In fact, I guess you can call them the best and worst daddies on the planet because, as Jeremy said, they will relentlessly guard their babies from anything that comes near the pool of water. Even if it's bigger than them, they don't care. They will attempt to drive it off. But here's the bad part. When they get hungry, and obviously if they're sitting there with the guarding the babies, they don't move off. So what do? They begin to eat their babies because they start to starve to death. Now, it doesn't deplete necessarily the population simply because the females lay 3,000 to 4,000 eggs, so there's safety in numbers. By eating some of the frogs, it's not going to really hurt the population.
Oh, definitely. And you're kind of thankful that they do because 3,000 to 4,000 babies, if they all turn into adults, which only about a dozen do, there'd be African bullfrogs everywhere. It'd be like the plague. So they thin them out. Only the stronger, healthier ones grow up to be adults. So that's pretty cool. Now, you might look at the frog and think this thing's just a blob. There's no way it could move, get around, and that's not true. They have very powerful legs. They do this weird little crawl.
An army crawl.
Yeah, it's an army crawl, definitely. And they have extremely powerful back legs. They can sit, be very sedentary, not moving. As soon as food comes along, they explode 2 to 3 feet, just like lightning, grabbing onto a prey item.
Now, speaking of food, I think we should feed them now.
Let's do that. That's why you guys came here, to see food go into the mouth of the African bullfrog. Get in my belly!
Now, we don't like to feed our animals live food for a couple reasons. We don't want the prey item to attack the animal that's eating it. And number 2, we think it's kind of cruel. It's not always necessary. Sometimes it is, but it's not completely necessary to always feed live food. So the only live creature that we're going to feed the frogs today is a roach, but we are going to feed a thawed chick and a thawed rat. So if you can't stomach that, you might want to just watch with one eye or maybe just listen, okay?
That's right. Now Dave's going to be feeding the frogs. I'm going to get some close-ups with our GoPro so we can get some slow motion.
Yeah, and the reason we want to slow this down is because these frogs eat in a very unique manner. I won't go into detail because we want to get right to it, but check this out. This is really, really awesome. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, I have here a dusky cave roach. This is a obviously captive bred, but these are native to South and Central America. This is the first creature that we're going to feed the bullfrog. Now, notice the movement. The frog is going to pick up the twitch. The slightest movement from the antenna on the legs is going to stimulate this frog to grab the prey. I'm going to turn him. He doesn't see it yet, but watch this. Once I get it close, I guarantee he's going to lunge forward. He's going to grab that, and he's going to swallow it.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Oh, there we go. Oh, try that again. One more time, buddy. Oh, oh, that's pretty cool. Let's see if he gets it.
Oh,
that was cool how he used this. Now, did you see how he used his arm? Well, an insect fell onto the ground, and rather than just using his tongue to grab it, he kind of manipulated the bug into his mouth using his right arm there. Pretty cool.
Yeah, watch the eyes during this whole thing. Make sure you guys are checking out the eyeballs. When he swallows, his eyeballs are going to sink down into his skull and shove that food down in there. So I know the GoPro's in the way, but I'm gonna get some awesome shots with that.
All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out a rat pup, and I want you to pay particular attention to the tongue. The tongue kind of works like your elbow. It's folded in the back of the mouth like this, and when it comes out, the sticky part of the tongue will, obviously the rat will adhere to that. He'll pull it into his mouth and he'll eat it, but we'll slow that tongue down. It's really incredible to see, so let me get that rat pup. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. All right.
So it's not alive. The rat pup is not alive.
He's not alive. Look, he's dead. All right, here we go. So wiggle it in front of him here. Get that movement. He's probably still handling that bug. Oh, no, he didn't. He's still kind of. Oh, there we go. Now we got the tongue. Let's try. I'm gonna make a miss so that we can. Ah, there we go.
There we go. That was a good one.
Did you get a good one? Oh, there we
Yep.
go. All right, now I'm gonna give it to him. Here we go. He thought he had it there. Come on, buddy. I won't tease you anymore. I promise. Come on. Good. There you go. Look at that.
Nice. Look at those odontoids.
Yeah, those 3 teeth. The 2 on the ends are longer than the middle one, but very sharp and meant for gripping onto, obviously, live prey. That thing wasn't alive, so there you go. Now there you go. You look at the arm again, moving that stuff into his mouth. Now why don't you feed him the chick?
Okay, we can do that. All right, so we just had Easter, and I hope this doesn't make you guys sad, but I brought an Easter egg for our little guy. What's up, buddy? Little Easter egg hunt. Check this out. Set of candy. It's a little baby chick. I know that's not funny. So
There you go.
we're gonna feed this guy a chick, and this is a small little chick. This is a quail chick. Mama. Let's see. Let's pretend like this little birdie's walking by here. Have you seen my
He might be
mom?
getting full from.
Have you seen my mom? Has anyone seen my mom?
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Oh, he's got the foot. He's got the
Let it
foot.
go.
What's
Let it
gonna
go.
happen?
Watch this.
Let's see
him.
what happens.
Look at him using the legs.
That's right. Push it in there. Wow. Oh, he's lifting it up. That's super cool.
Yep.
He's working
also
it in there.
He's also using the ground to push the head down so they can kind of manipulate it into his mouth.
Now this is actually really cool because in the wild, this would be a live animal fighting, struggling, trying to get away. So it's kind of good for their psychological to have to work to get that food in there, give them some enrichment. So it's not just easy, put the food in your mouth and you eat it, you know, make it work for them a little bit. Look at this guy. I think he's full right now, so we're done feeding him. He got a little extra today just because we're doing the video. We do not feed these guys that often. We wait for them to digest the food, go to the bathroom, and it takes at least 3 to 5 days for that to happen. So then they get fed in that time. So he doesn't get overfed. He is just an older frog. So don't look at his size and think that he's obese. He gets fed a normal, regular diet, and we don't power feed these guys at all.
Yeah, but these are special circumstances, just like everybody else getting fat during the quarantine.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, what else are you supposed to do? You know, buy toilet paper and eat all your snacks.
That's right.
So that's what we're doing with this guy.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, Dave, you want to slide in here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this guy eat, and hope you learned something about the African bullfrog. And make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Hit the like and say something in the comments. You know, we like to talk to you guys, so get a little conversation going. If you dig the African bullfrog, let us know. If you have any pet amphibians, put that in the comment. What do you think, Dave?
I think this was probably our first amphibian that we highlighted in any of our episodes. We've highlighted reptiles, mammals, insects, arachnids. And speaking of amphibians, we keep saying this, but we're getting close. We're starting to edit our March of the Salamanders episode.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Out. Really, really cool episode about salamanders. So stay tuned. Get more nature in your face.
See ya.